Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Canopy Cafe. El Shaddai and Alex here today. Again, Canopy Cafe is just a way to have these meaningful conversations that we don't get to have these days, and talk to entrepreneurs, experts, different leaders in our community about why good business is important and how we can be more resilient through COVID-19. So today we get the honor of having Chris Head, co-founder of MobileServe, here to talk to us about all the good business he's doing. Welcome, Chris Head.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, how are you this morning?
Pretty good. How are you all?
Pretty good. Just, trying to stay awake and alive on this gloomy day,
So tell us a surprising weekend, so that was good. But that's the new thing after days and days of quarantine.
What was that?
Oh, no, I'm just talking about my weekend and how it was better than most weekends, but really it's just this new normal, just like going through the motions of like the ordinary. But yeah, Chris, tell us more about MobileServe. Still your question, Alex.
No, you're good.
So MobileServe helps organizations track and communicate the impact they have in the world through volunteerism. So we work with everyone from Stanix High School here locally, helping them run their service learning program, to the Dallas Cowboys, tracking their corporate social responsibility initiatives. Pretty much it's any organization that is trying to, that either require or encourage their members, their students, their employees to volunteer. We help track that information at the user level, verify that information is true, and then we turn it into infographics for marketing materials so that an organization can say, here's the impact our people have on the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we were talking about it a little bit ago, but we use MobileServe for Access Ventures, love the platform, and it's been really nice, especially during COVID-19, to be able to do my volunteer hours, get the credit for AV, but also just like reflect back on all of the good that we've been doing these last few months. So thanks, Chris.
So how have you guys at MobileServe been adapting with everything that's going on?
Yeah, so I believe it was the first or second week of March that we decided to go completely remote. So all of our team has been remote since then, and I think that we're going to stay remote at least until July. And one thing that has dawned on me during all this is we're just as efficient, if not more efficient, not coming into the office every day. So our work culture might continue to change and stay remote, especially as our lease is up at the end of this year. But yeah, so it's our team has been able to thrive with Zoom conferences and Slack, and I think we're going to keep it going that way as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's kind of how Canopy has been living too. I don't know if I would say that we've been more productive remotely, but it's a different kind of productivist. We're able to hone in on the more in-depth tasks that we really need to focus on. And as opposed to whenever we're in the office, we're all able to share ideas really easily. But maybe it's a little bit harder to keep our focus on those really difficult tasks. So I understand where you're coming from, and thankful for things like Zoom and Google Hangouts. We've been using that too, as well as Slack have really kept us going. So
awesome.
And Chris, we've seen a ton of companies pivot or really show up for the communities. So has MobileServe had any opportunities to show up for the community or environment?
Yeah, so I mean, our entire platform is based off of our users volunteering in the world. And I mean, the majority of our user base are high school students. And so obviously service learning programs have actually been putting their requirements on hold because you can't really encourage individuals to go volunteer out into the world with all the social distancing guidelines. And so one thing that we have seen, which has been really cool to see, is these programs adapting themselves, and then we're able to actually utilize how they're running their programs now and put it on their resource pages for other schools to come up with ideas on how to still have an impact, but an impact from home. One of our partnerships has been with Trilogy Health Services here locally, which is a group of nursing home facilities. They have about 115 facilities across the region. And we partnered with them, the Live a Dream Foundation, to actually have our users record videos of encouragement for individuals in the nursing home facilities. I think they have about 11,000 residents. And so we had several hundred of our users actually record videos that now are streamed on the TVs at the nursing home facilities. So that's been really cool. And another one of our schools actually, it's a high school, the Hockaday school in Dallas. They had their students actually record a bunch of how-to videos, everything from like how to paint to how to read or how to play the piano. And they were able to take those videos and put it on a webpage for then elementary school students in the Dallas Independent School District to watch and learn how to do different activities. Because, I mean, obviously, remote learning for kids is so hard. And like there's a newfound respect for what teachers do every day, especially for parents who have to learn how to do that role as quickly as they had to learn. And so they got a grant to create resource packets that can go with the to-go lunches at the school. And that program has been really cool to watch. So we're adapting, our users and clients are adapting, and we're all talking to one another, and we're trying to share that information to say, hey, here's a way that your school, your students, your company can still have an impact on the world.
Right. That's awesome that you guys are still finding a way to be able to have that community and environmental impact, even during this time, just because it's so difficult to still try to stick with the same things that you were doing before as a business and keep them relevant now. So are there any other opportunities? So whether it be in the community or with your clients or with MobileServe that you guys see could come out of this? So especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, is there any areas of opportunity that you see for anyone in your network to grow?
I mean, yeah. So like everybody's moving to remote learning. And so, like I personally am not too confident in school going back to normal in the fall. And neither are a lot of our clients, both in the high school and college space. And so we're coming up with different ideas and also hosting calls with their clients, like group calls, to kind of brainstorm different ways to still continue to run a service learning program while you're remote and not necessarily able to go physically and have direct service to a nonprofit. And so we've been able to help facilitate those conversations, which has been awesome, and then come up with our own ideas. And we're actually molding our platform slightly to facilitate it even more. Everything from actually teaching and running a curriculum program straight from the MobileServe app is what we're hoping to be able to do by the fall.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you guys are able to do that.
And I'm excited to see it too when it launches. Chris, we talk about good business a ton at Canopy, and we know that MobileServe is definitely a good business and has played in the space since you guys first created it. So how would you define good business?
How would I define good business? I'd say it's all about the triple bottom line. You know, a company should be more than just profit. You should be concerned about the people on the planet and the fact that your business has on those things, your stakeholders. And it's more so than just your clients or your users. It's also the people within your organization. And so focusing on the triple bottom line and the impact that you have on the world is very important to good business. So yeah.
Right. So maybe explain a little bit more how having a good culture as a business and maybe how impacting your community in a positive way, how that in turn also helps out your business and can help your business be more profitable.
Oh yeah. I mean, like focusing on your people is extremely important. And so encouraging your employees to, like, they're more than just their job, and so encouraging ongoing learning. It's something that we're doing here. If you want to learn a new skill, let us support you in that. And that skill can both have an effect on our business, but can also have an effect on your life. And so like for me, and for instance, like I am focusing on how to learn just a little bit about coding. Because it's like as I'm interacting with developers and other and other companies, there's a benefit to me knowing how to like the language to speak, to be able to like speak confidently on the things that we're able to do and the things that we're not able to do. And I'm encouraging our employees to do the same thing. Our customer success manager recently learned SQL queries so that he's able to go through our database and run queries to get specific data to say, hey, here's ways that we can improve our product. But then he's also able to use that knowledge outside of work too on different projects that he's interested in. So, I mean, focusing on your culture and encouraging your people to grow as individuals, not necessarily just grow within the company. I think it's important to both like small, medium, and large size businesses. And that's an area that we're focusing on, at least with our people.
Right. That's awesome. That's definitely something that we focus on at Canopy too. We think it's really important for businesses to take care of their company culture. Just because, I mean, coming out of this pandemic, like the ones that have the stronger foundation of a really good company culture and that you're checking up on your employees throughout the process, like they're going to come out on the other end stronger. They're going to want to go back to work and be really excited about it. And it seems like you guys at MobileServe have really, nurtured a really great environment for that. So that's awesome to hear. So
yeah.
No, go ahead, Elshada.
This happens in all of our meetings too.
Yeah,
so we're very so yeah, we're talking a little bit about good business. And Chris, what do you think the value of an organization like Canopy, good businesses like MobileServe, what is the value that they have on our state, especially coming out of COVID-19?
Well, so specifically with Canopy's involvement in encouraging people to be good business?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, not everybody realizes that their business can also do good. Whether that is encouraging your members to volunteer, tracking that information, and then focusing your volunteer days on cause areas that are important to your employees. Encouraging your employees to focus on more than just the bottom line, but the triple bottom line. Not every company realizes that regardless of the type of company that you are, you can still have an impact on the world. I mean, facility management services is a prime example of that. It's a cleaning company. But Scott's done a really good job about encouraging his people and his company to have an impact as well. And so regardless of whether you are a tech startup, a restaurant, a cleaning services company, you can still focus on having an impact on your world and having an impact on your community. I think Canopy does a really good job of helping to dissect what that looks like, and help a company plan on, hey, how can I focus on these other areas as well as my shareholders and my profit? How do I focus on the stakeholders of my community as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's really well said. And right now we have all been talking about, how Canopy can still be relevant in a post-COVID world. And I think it's especially important just because what we stand on as an organization, just like I was talking about earlier, having a good company culture, as well as just those businesses that are giving back during this time. If we're able to either certify that, verify that, that's going to show that these were the businesses that were impervious and got through this pandemic and were doing these good things for their people as well as the community. So, yeah, I mean, do you have any thoughts around how Canopy can be relevant in a post-COVID world? We just like to ask all of our guests about that, just to see, since you guys are a letter of intent company. So we maybe what your value or what you see our value is right now.
Well, so I would say that you'll never lost your relevancy. And now probably you are in a position to be more relevant than ever. Because every company right now is having to adapt in some way, shape, or form. And our business is taking a hit. We are still closing deals and signing up companies and signing up high schools. But Q2 is typically our biggest quarter. And schools are still fearful of, am I going to be able to run this program next year? They're fearful of what's enrollment going to look like next year, especially with colleges, right? Especially with all of these organizations saying, like, consider doing a gap year to high school seniors, right? But we're having to adapt as a company, you know, and the things that we're doing, and we're doing it collectively. This isn't just Chris Head as the CEO saying, hey, here's what we're doing as a company. Like, I'm involving our employees in every aspect of it to say, hey, how can we continue to be relevant and have an impact? And so from Canopy's perspective, I would say, like, now is the time to consider, like, how you're operating in your business. And if you've been 100% concerned with just profit, you know, now might be a time that you can adapt. We've all had to adapt. Everybody is now using Zoom to have meetings. We're all having conversations electronically. We're not in the same room. We're having less pointless meetings. You know, we are adapting as companies. And so I would say, like, also think about the impact your company has in its existence.
Right.
Yeah. And Chris, how can people connect to you and all of the great things happening at MobileServe?
How can we connect to MobileServe?
Yeah. How can people find you? What are the things they should be looking forward to coming out of COVID-19? All the things.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, you can connect to us on social media. We've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My email is chris@mobileserve.org. So if your organization is interested in encouraging volunteerism, whether you're a high school or a company, that's what we do. We can help you not only track the impact that you have in the world, but help you come up with opportunities as well for your members to have an impact. And so, I mean, we're here locally in Louisville, Kentucky, but we've got clients all across the country. So if you're interested, you can reach us you can reach me at chris@mobileserve.com or on any of our social channels.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks so much, Chris. And I know, like, one last note is I really can't uplift anymore, like, the work that you guys do, especially when, like, I know that I found myself in quarantine being like, how can I help? What can I do other than, like, stay home and stay out of the way? And again, talking to all of my friends on MobileServe, seeing all of the great things that high school students are doing, whether it's a 80-person Zoom call and we're all on MobileServe. Again, it's really great work. So thanks for all that you guys are doing and just making it easier to stay connected during this time.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. See ya. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and listening to a little bit about what MobileServe does. One way that you can stay connected with Canopy is by going to our website and signing the Kentucky Charter for Good Business. It's a charter that we put together mainly by our founder, Scott. And it's basically just very values-based, and it shows how you as an individual can still be connected to the good business in Kentucky. And we just want to start that here. So if you wouldn't mind going on there and signing that charter, then that would really mean a lot to us.
Yeah. And thanks so much for stopping by, guys. We'll see you later.